The Holy Torah, Genesis chapter 17. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, Al-Rab appeared to Abram and set forth unto him, I am the Almighty Allah, walk before me, and become thou perfect. And I willeth make my covenant between me and thee, and willeth multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell prostrate on his face, and Allah communed with him, setting forth, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt become a father of many nations. Neither shalleth thy name any more become called Abram, but thy name shalleth become called Ibrahim, for a father of many nations have I made thee. And I willeth make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I willeth make nations of thee, and kings shalleth arise out of thee, and I willeth establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, unto their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to become an Allah unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. And I willeth establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, unto their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to become an Allah unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. And I willeth give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land whereupon thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I willeth become their Allah. And Allah commanded unto Ibrahim, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after thee unto their generations. This is my covenant, which thee shalt keep between me and thou, and thy seed after thee. Every man-child amongst thou shalt become circumcised, and thee shalt circumcise the flesh of thy foreskin, and the same shalt become a token of the covenant between me and thou. And he that is 8 days old shalt become circumcised amongst thou, every man-child unto thy generations. He that is born in the house, or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed, he that is born at thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, must needs to become circumcised. And my covenant shalleth become unto thy flesh, for an everlasting covenant. And the uncircumcised man-child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shalleth become cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant. And Allah commanded unto Ibrahim, As for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shalleth her name become. And I willeth bless her, and give thee a son also of her. Aywa, I willeth bless her, and she shalleth become a mother of nations. Kings of people shalleth become of her. Then Ibrahim fell prostrate upon his face, and laughed, and recited within his heart, Shalleth a child become born unto him that is 100 years old? And shalleth Sarah that is 90 years old beareth? And Ibrahim recited unto Allah, O that Ishmael might live before thee. And Allah commanded, Sarah thy wife shalleth beareth thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I willeth establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I willeth make him fruitful, and willeth multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shalleth he begetteth, and I willeth make him a great nation. But my covenant willeth I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shalleth beareth unto thee at the set time during the next year. And he left off talking with him, and Allah went up from Ibrahim. And Ibrahim took Ishmael his son, and all that were born about his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male amongst the men of Ibrahim's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin at the self-same day, as Allah hath commanded unto him. And Ibrahim was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. Upon the self-same day was Ibrahim circumcised, and Ishmael his son. And all the men of his house, born at the house, and bought with money of the stranger, were circumcised with him.